once again, we've got a double aspect from Mercury and Venus, and this time they're tag teaming in a trine to Pluto. As I mentioned in my previous videos, we have Mercury and Venus, they're both traveling pretty closely together through the end of Taurus, which means that they're going to be doubling down on the aspects that they make to several planets before they move into Gemini. And we know that Gemini is the sign of the twins, so it's kind of perfect that we're seeing double right now already setting the tone for what's right around the corner, which will be Gemini season. So we're already starting to get that double glance at a lot of these aspects, which is really supportive for us in order to, create repetition, in order to create new patterns, basically, because that's ultimately what we're doing with the broader picture of Saturn square Uranus. We're creating new patterns for ourselves and in the world. But anyways, let's talk about Mercury and Venus in a trine to Pluto. This is the kind of intensity that is wanted. This is the kind of intensity that is desired. And this could show up in a number of different ways for you. The first one might be, it's the puzzle piece and finding the place where it's supposed to fit in the broader tapestry of your life. The Scorpio full moon coincided with the Pluto station, and that brought up a lot of stuff for us. So what was it all for? What does it all mean as we try to contemplate and work our way through the muck that was brought up to the surface for us? This trine from Mercury specifically to Pluto could be being able to apply that puzzle piece to the broader picture of your life. Like, what does it all mean? What am I supposed to do with this? How do I move forward? How do I get over this? How do I get through this? Now there is some sort of flow with that information that we're seeing here. The other way that this could show up is that it could be completely unrelated to everything that was coming up for you around the full moon. This could be, again, the kind of intensity that is desired, the kind of intensity that can heal, the kind that brings people closer together intimately. Specifically talking about Venus and Taurus, that's a very sensual placement for Venus to be. And it's the kind of placement that invites us to drop into our senses and to become more present. And in doing so, it can maximize our pleasure on all fronts. But this one particularly can be very sexy. So you definitely want to make the space for it and make sure to tap into that energy. Venus trine Pluto can be tantric. It can be a psychic, intense connection that you can share with someone physically that can actually create all kinds of healing and heart opening and deeper connection with somebody else. It can be really powerful. So you definitely want to create the space for that, whether that's shared with someone else, whether that's able to deepen a connection with someone else, or even within your own self, even to create self-healing and self-pleasure in that way. It also doesn't have to be sexual. It could be being able to connect on a very deep, transformative level with somebody else. We're talking Venus, we're talking about relationships, and being able to deepen intimacy, being able to form deeper connections of trust, being able to connect with one another on a deeply cellular or psychic way can be so powerful and supportive during this time. It's also going to be really great for research. Mercury in a trine to Pluto, that could be the deep dive, doing the deep dive, and anything that deals with research or investigation or deep inquiry into something, like being able to kind of understand, why am I the way that I am? What is that pattern about? Can you tell me more about X, Y, or Z, about my patterns, my past, my future, whatever it might be, being able to contemplate something in a deep way. Again, this is a trine. It is supportive. It's meant to kind of bring us more of the gold that Pluto can offer. A lot of times Pluto can be really intense and sticky, but there is, if you go deep enough, there is gold. So being able to sit with intensity, being able to sit with a little bit of discomfort can bring maximum enjoyment, or I probably shouldn't even say enjoyment. I should say pleasure, transformation. And because enjoyment seems like more lighthearted. This is more like profound with Pluto here. But anyways, I hope these aspects are really good to you. Those are going to be, you're basically going to be able to tap into this energy from May 1st to May 7th. That's going to be the window that we're going to be really working with this. So yeah, it's the kind of intensity we want, and it's welcome. So definitely tap in and take it. And that was your astrology shot of the day. Thank you so much for joining me today. For more astrology in your world, you can book your reading with me at katherineurban.com or follow me at AstroKatherine on Instagram and Twitter, and check out my Patreon, also at AstroKatherine.